So have you ever seen these dish drainers? That's what these are supposed to be at the Dollar Tree. These are dish drainers. That's what the Dollar Tree says they're for. But what they actually are for us teachers of preschool is fine motor practice. So they can learn how to weave, okay? I'm trying to do it and talk on camera at the same time, so not as easy as it looks. So your kiddos can weave on this plastic dish drainer from the Dollar Tree, which is in fact $1. They always have these. Every Dollar Tree that I've been to has these along the wall that carries all the kitchen stuff. You know how they have that one wall? Most Dollar Trees have that wall on the left when you walk in. Can you tell I've been to a few Dollar Trees in my day? And some of them have it on the right though, not all of them. And that wall has all the kitchen stuff. It has turkey basters and ladles and all kinds of kitchen stuff. Anything that cutlery and anything that you could use in the kitchen is all along that wall. And that is where these live. I usually find them down laying on the bottom shelf in that section because that wall is where they hang things. These usually are on the bottom shelf near the salt and pepper shakers, toothpick holders, all that stuff. That's where you usually find these. So this ribbon, they often have ribbon on little spools in the Target dollar spot. I got this ribbon. I got tired of searching the dollar spot for a ribbon, so I took a coupon and I went to Joann's and I bought a giant rainbow pack. So now I have all the ribbon, hashtag all the ribbon, and I won't be scouring the dollar spot because even if you do find some in the dollar spot, the lengths are very short. So I bought this giant rainbow pack and now I have all the ribbon that I could ever want. So this is weaving basically. So obviously your 3-year-olds, this is probably going to be too hard for them, but for your 4s and your 5s, this is perfect fine motor practice. Is it going to be harder for some kids than others? Absolutely. You better believe it. It will be. Would I expect them to weave the whole thing? Probably not a realistic expectation for all children, but certainly some kids that are very determined and have excellent fine motor, they really enjoy these. And some of your kids will avoid it like the plague. And usually those are the kids who need the most fine motor help, but it is a really fun activity for some of your kiddos. Great fine motor. You can put it out almost at any center that you would like to, because if you wanted to do color patterns, you could, depending on what kind of ribbon you have. If you wanted to do, if you're doing a rainbow theme, they could do rainbow ribbon, whatever. So I have some green in here for St. Patrick's Day, and I thought the blue and the purple looked cute too. So just to give it some variety. So that is my first last minute St. Patrick's Day idea that doesn't take a lot of prep. Will cost you $1, and then you all probably have ribbon in your craft stash already. So that's my first one. Let me check the comments. So these, if you're just joining us, I'm Vanessa Levin from Pre-K Pages, and I'm sharing some last minute St. Patrick's Day ideas for your classroom here today. Your Dollar Tree doesn't have those dish drainers? Really? I've never been to a Dollar Tree that didn't have them. Sometimes they hide. They really do. Yes, Vicki says a great way to teach patterns. Absolutely. Absolutely. Morning work, says Jackie. That's a great idea, Jackie. Hey, Cheryl likes this idea from Maine. I hope you're not buried under snow up there. Janelle from Punxsutawney is here. Jen is here from the Teaching Tribe. 2 Jens are here. All right. So my next idea, or whatever you want to call it, is my latest blog post over on Pre-K Pages. And this is not by any means something I came up with. This has been around forever and ever. So have you ever dyed rice before? Now, some of you work in programs where you can't use food, and I respect that. So get yourself some shredded paper or sand or something like that. But for those of you that can, this is colored rice, and the secret to really good colored rice is to use liquid watercolors. So if you want the quickest and the easiest colored rice that's out there that doesn't require vinegar, I know some people don't like to use the food coloring, the vinegar and all that, and it's also not as vibrant. So people ask me, like, how does your Play-Doh get to be so vibrant? How does your rice get to be such a bright, brilliant color? And that secret is liquid watercolor. I actually use the glitter watercolor because it adds a little shimmer to it, which is even more amazing. So, so get yourself some Ziploc bags or plastic bags, whatever you want to call them, but get some that seal well at the top. I like the ones with the zippers usually, because then you can really shake them up and really get that color to go all throughout your rice. So you fill your Ziploc bag with dry rice, and I often get that at the dollar store, or you can get it at your regular grocery store. It's probably even cheaper. Sometimes food is where they get you at the Dollar Tree because they charge $1 for it, but you can really find rice for less than $1 in bags other places. Some people buy it in bulk at your bulk warehouse type places. But then I just squirt liquid watercolor in and I start shaking and mixing. And that's the beauty of rice that you use with liquid watercolor. Tom has a link for you to my shop. My Amazon shop, and the first thing on that page, hopefully, if I did it right, is the liquid glitter watercolor. So if you wanted to see what I'm talking about, you can certainly do that. After you squirt the color in there and you mix it all up and you decide if you have enough color, so if it's not vibrant enough, add some more liquid watercolor and mix it up some more. I just dump it out on some wax paper on a table and I let it sit. Now, I live in Texas, so it's going to depend on where you live on how long it takes to dry, but it does not take very long. The liquid watercolor dries very quickly. I'm going to say 30 to 60 minutes to be safe, but it's much less than that where I live, at least. If you live in a super humid place like Florida, then maybe not. I'm not sure. I don't live there. But, so I take a bag, and I fill each bag with a bunch of rice. This is what's left over from my rainbow sensory bin, so this bag is not full. And I color it. I dump all the colors out, each in an individual piece of wax paper. I let them dry, and then I can make my rainbow sensory bin. So let's see. I don't see. Oh, here's the other bag. Here's the purple, and it's very vibrant. The kind I use says washable on it, and I've gotten it on my hands many times because I use it a lot, and it does wash off. It doesn't wash off like immediately. It comes off with a good scrubbing and some hot water. So I would definitely, you could do this as a science experiment too with your kids, where they could do predictions, and then you could add the coloring and let them shake the bag and squeeze the bag and mix it up, and then see how long it takes to dry. So involving them in the process. But anyway, so mine has been sitting in this bag for a little while, so I'm just breaking it up just because it's fun to break up the little chunks in there. Okay, so I'm going to flip the screen around now, and I'll show you what the rainbow sensory bin looks like after it has been used. So here's the thing about this rainbow rice sensory bin. It looks amazing. So if you want to see the before picture, go to my blog. Tom has a link for you in the comments there to the Rainbow Rice Sensory Bin blog post, so you can see the before. And I'm going to show you the after. So if you're a type A and it bothers you to have the colors mixed, then this activity is not for you, because they will mix the colors. And if we ask them not to, that would be kind of silly. But I think it looks amazing all mixed up. So let me... Okay, oh, there we go. Let me turn it around. All right, so here it is. It's all mixed up. It's been played with. I got these little buckets. These actually were cauldrons from Halloween, and I got these at Party City, but I've seen them at all the other dollar stores. So I got these a couple Halloweens ago. They came in a big bag of like 12, so I have a bunch of these. So these are great for the pot of gold, right? And this is the rainbow rice. I've got all the colors of the rainbow. I think I skipped orange, but to make the orange, it didn't come in my pack of glitter, so I would have to mix colors to do that one. But let me tell you, no children were harmed in the making of the rainbow rice and the omission of the orange. And the red and the green are left over from my Christmas sensory bin, so that's a bonus. So another thing I did was these plastic gold coins. Okay, they have these at the Dollar Tree, and they have those at Target, in the dollar spot. I got these at Joann's this weekend. And if you have littles, you can just have them dig through the sensory bin and look for the gold coins and stick them in their buckets. I also have a game over at Pre-K Pages where they roll a dice or a die, and however many they get on that die is the number of coins they put in their bucket. So that would be a fun way, if they rolled the die, to then search for the number of gold coins that match the dots on their die. So that is my rainbow rice sensory bin. You can also write letters on the little coins. So I used a thick permanent marker on this because it is bumpy and it has raised designs on it. But if you use a thick marker, now you have a little matching activity. So if you get yourself a piece of paper and write some letters on there, the kids can dig for the coins and match them to the paper. You could also use my sensory bin scavenger hunt pages for this. If you have them, if you're a member of the teaching tribe and you have access to those, you can use those, and they can match the gold coins to the letters on those pages there. But I don't know if you can see the sparkles. But like I said, I like to add the glitter to my rice, the glitter watercolor, and it just adds a little sparkle. I can see it here, but I don't know if you can see it on camera. Let me know. Bobby, yeah, Party City has all the gold coins too. Yeah, they're usually pretty good about that in the little buckets. So that's a good place. So that's my rainbow rice sensory bin. And if you, hi Melissa, if you haven't seen the before pictures, you're going to want to hop over to my blog so you can see what it looks like before it was played with. I think it looks really pretty right now the way it is. And of course the before looks really pretty too. But like I said, don't expect it to stay in the rainbow formation. So the kids can come over here. You can also ask them some open-ended questions. Okay, so another thing that I have, let's see, it's right here. I have all this junk on the table here. So this is this little tray right here, okay? This green sand I found at the Dollar Tree. I have never seen green sand at the Dollar Tree before, but they had it this week. It was in the floral area, and it was near like the glass marbles and the fake flowers and all that good stuff. So I found the green sand there, and then these little beads, these are beads actually, and they were near the sand also in the craft section. I went to like a flagship Dollar Tree and they had a large craft section, and they had these little beads. I've seen them at other dollar stores before. I just put them in for some visual contrast. This box is from a Target Dollar Spot lacing set that I bought a while ago. It was like birthday cupcakes, cookies, and donuts or something. It was a lacing set, and this little wood box was what it came in. And the laces were up here, and the lacing things, the lacing shapes were over here. But these make great little sand writing trays. Now, do you have to have this wooden box? No. You can use a leftover plastic frozen dinner tray. I use those for many, many years in my classroom. They are perfectly fine. I actually like them because they're black on the bottom. So as the kids write in the sand here, whoops, then they can see the bottom. So here I have some pre-writing cards. This is a set. This is a sneak peek. So tribe members, keep your eyes open for this in the vault very soon. Tom is working on getting those added for us. But these are pre-writing cards. So this is a rainbow set that I made for St. Patrick's Day. It's not available just yet for everybody, but do you see how the little shamrock there tells them where to start? And they're just imitating the lines, and this is called pre-writing. And then they can take that one out. They can shake the tray a little bit, and now they can make this line. I obviously didn't, there we go. And then they can keep going, and they can take them out, and they know where to start because there's a little shamrock there. Oh, do you see my mess in the background? Do you see all those buttons on the floor? I told you it was a mess in here. They can shake it, and now they can make the circle. So these are all pre-writing strokes. Now, do you need cards with a rainbow background and shamrocks? No. Can you use an index card and a Sharpie? Yes. So the backgrounds are only for those of you who wish to have them. But this totally works with an index card and a Sharpie. And these are pre-writing lines. And none of you are pre-writers. You all know how to write. So you should be able to make little cards really easily. And so the goal of this is just for the kids to use their finger, the index finger of the hand they write with. And all of that information will be in the packet as well. The reasons why they use the pre-writing lines, as well as which finger to use and which hand to use. Now, some kids don't have a dominant hand, and that's fine if they haven't established dominance yet. But if they have established dominance, they use the index finger of their dominant hand to make these pre-writing lines. So I also have, so we're making a set for the whole year. And so then we have a set for Earth Day and all the other themes. So if you have a theme that you want to see in the bundle, the pre-writing strokes bundle, then let me know in the comments below. So I have all the basic themes so far. Hey Jacqueline, these are in a forthcoming packet. It's kind of a sneak peek of what I'm working on. So these are pre-writing stroke cards for all your themes that you might do during the school year. So I have all the general seasons and holidays so far. This is Earth Day, and then those rainbow ones over there are St. Patrick's Day, and I have them for Easter and all that good stuff. But if you have a special request, let me know below before we finalize the packet, and I will put those in there. Hey, Olabisi, welcome. All right, I'm gonna flip it around and remind you of some of the other St. Patrick's Day, last minute St. Patrick's Day ideas that I have. This wooden tray is from the Target dollar spot. It held lacing shapes from about a month ago or so, but they often have lacing shapes in these little wooden boxes. But you can totally use a frozen dinner tray. I like the ones that are black. They work really well. You can also use one of those reusable pie pans or tins from the Dollar Tree as well. So don't freak out if you can't find these exact trays. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it around. There we go. Okay, so we also have lots of other resources for you at Pre-K Pages. Sorry about the light. I don't know what happened there. So I have my trusty dusty iPad here, and Tom is going to drop a link for you to all of the blog posts about St. Patrick's Day at Pre-K Pages. So we have tons of them. So we have the rainbow sensory bin, the book list if you need to look for books at your library. We have how to make rainbow crayons. We have fine motor St. Patrick's Day activities, science experiment, printable bingo. That's the one I wanted to tell you about, free printable bingo. So if you go to that link, you will find the free printable St. Patrick's Day bingo game that you might like to use. We've got rainbow sensory sand. We've got, oh, this is a good one. The growing shamrocks for St. Patrick's Day post is always really popular. That's by Jody at Growing Book by Book. We've got more rainbow Play-Doh, more fine motor, math activities and literacy activities, and there's some freebies in those. So you're going to want to check those two posts out. And then of course we have our printable packets. We have math and literacy, St. Patrick's Day printable packets, and they are on the St. Patrick's Day theme activities page. So it looks like this. And then you can see a picture of each of the St. Patrick's Day activities. See? So that you will know what you're getting in the packet. So if you want activities to do syllables, beginning sounds, rhyming, word cards, predictable sentences, alphabet games, emergent reader. We have all of that for you at Pre-K Pages. So make sure that you check those out. And let me just check the comments here. Shanita says she's teaching St. Patrick's Day this week. Jen said her kids love bingo. Yes. I think I answered Jackie's question. Wendy says her husband built these trays for our program and other local programs. Love them. Wendy, look out. You might be deluged by requests from people to make those. They're very popular. Yes. Kathy from Southern California is here. Hey, Kathy. I recognize your name. Vanessa is here. Welcome, Vanessa. Marsha is here. Marsha's in the house. Marsha is our resident dollar store expert over in the Teaching Tribe. Yay! Oh, Marsha reminded me. She always does a good job of reminding me of things. Over in our free Facebook group, Preschool Teachers Are Superheroes, we have been talking a lot about the dollar spot, of course, because who doesn't, right, if you're a teacher. So hop on over there. If you want to see what I did with they're on the floor, flowers from the Target dollar spot. So I posted a picture of what I did with the flowers over in the free Facebook group. I took the pictures of this using my leftover Christmas sensory bin rice. And I had enough of that rice to make 2 bins. So then I made a bin for the flowers and the flower pots. So hop over to the free group and see what I did with these flowers. They have like 6 different colors, and some of them have leaves, and it would be great to talk about leaves and stem and petals and all that great stuff, when you're talking about flowers in the spring. So I really like those. You can talk about the different flowers. Here's the tulip. And so you can see what I did with them over in the free Facebook group. So I want to thank everyone for taking time out of their busy day. Some of you may be on spring break right now. It's kind of rolling across the country. And here in Texas, in this part of the country, we are off for spring break this week. So if you're on spring break, yay! Show me some love on the screen if you're on spring break. I know not everyone gets a spring break, and I'm sorry about that. I hope you can have a day off soon. So if you're on spring break, make sure you check out all of those great activities over at Pre-K Pages and pin them for next year if you are off school this week. My school has always been off. My school district was always off for St. Patrick's Day. So we never had St. Patrick's Day at school because we were always on spring break. All right, guys, this is a regularly scheduled broadcast every Monday and Wednesday, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. I'm Vanessa Levin from Pre-K Pages and the Teaching Tribe, where I help teachers just like you teach better, save time, and live more. And over in the Teaching Tribe, all of our members get access 24/7 to all of the paid printables at Pre-K Pages, which is at a $1,020 value right now, but you don't pay that. You can pay monthly or annually to get access to those printables at your fingertips. Then we also have our supportive community of new and veteran teachers, a safe haven for asking and answering all of your teaching questions. And in addition to all of the printables and all of the community access, you also get your trainings. They are 1-hour trainings, more than 40 hours worth. Each one comes with a certificate of attendance. And if you're interested in joining the Teaching Tribe, you can put your name on the waiting list and we'll let you know as soon as a spot opens up. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Have a great night.